Good morning, welcome to Haywire Homestead. So this morning we're in the truck because we've got a lot of running to do today. It is chilly, 46 degrees right now, so a little unusually cool, but we've kind of had an unusual year weather-wise anyway. But right now I've got to run up to the grocery store because we have been out of milk for several days, and I think my kids are going to riot if I don't go buy some. And then we have an appointment, and I'm really excited about it because we have an appointment with a lady that I made friends with over the summer, who has a high tunnel on her property and is just starting market gardening. Just so happens she also works for the USDA Agricultural Department. So her and I got to talking, and she made me aware that there is a grant program to be able to get help in getting a high tunnel. So a high tunnel is basically kind of like an unheated greenhouse that you grow in the ground. You grow your produce. So it does extend your growing season. So we are in the process of, we've got the application in, and we've selected the site with their help. They came out to our place about a week ago. So we're waiting for approval. We have to get some things done as part of the qualifications, but because it's been raining so much, we haven't been able to do that. We have to till the area up. We also have to be growing. In the area that we want the high tunnel, we have to be growing produce, some type of edible. So it doesn't matter if it's wheat or turnips or beets or what. So we actually are going to plant some beets and turnips in that area. Once we hopefully get it tilled up here soon. So we're waiting on it to dry out, and then we've also got to borrow a trailer and go pick up my parents' tiller because I don't have a big one to hook to my tractor. But today we're going on a little bit of a field trip to go and visit her home and her high tunnel, so that way I can see how hers is set up and I can ask questions and get an idea of how I want to set mine up, because I don't have any experience with high tunnels. So we're going to check that out. We're also going to go and visit a friend of ours whose donkey, their miniature donkey, had a baby yesterday. So we're going to get to go see the baby. And then we're going to be going and picking up a few more ducks for the farm. Found someone who is having to reduce their numbers due to family health issues, and they've got a good deal on some Muscovy ducks, so we're going to go pick a couple of hens that are already laying, and mine are not laying yet. They should be laying any time now, but they're not. So we're going to go and pick up one or two hens that are already laying. So I'm excited because that means I get duck eggs, and since my husband has a chicken egg allergy, he wants to see if duck eggs are okay, because some people can tolerate the duck eggs. We're going to check that out. So hang tight, guys, and we'll show you guys the high tunnel at my friend's house. Okay, and here is the high tunnel coming up. Garden is totally done, and look at yours. Yours is just...
It's amazing how well it does in this high tunnel. Like this summer,
crazy.
I feel like my tomatoes were starting to slow down, and I think it was because of the heat in here. Because I didn't put a shade cloth. You're supposed to put a shade cloth.
I was just gonna ask.
And I didn't have a way to
do I need to do the shade cloths? And I don't even know how those go on. I mean, I know that's something somebody else suggested was shade cloths.
Shade cloth would definitely, next year I'll probably do it, because, and I've heard, like, to get the plastic on, I think they tie like a rock into the plastic and throw it over, but you got to be able to throw it over without hitting
I have
it,
a friend that has,
you know.
they had greenhouses, and it used to be, I guess, a big nursery. Well, now those greenhouses are used for goats and ducks and all this. Well, they put the shade cloths on to help beat the heat for
for
animals
the animals,
in the
it gets
well, they
so-
can go in the summer. They let them come and go out. But yeah,
it is.
this is
so
really
fun.
cool. Now this
Thank
one's
you.
the 20 by
It's 30 by 96.
30 by 96.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Okay, so my key points, so I'm going to remember this, is I got to consider my irrigation and my power.
The Gothic.
And
The rounded ones are a lot cheaper, but I would definitely do the round.
so the Gothic is a lot better. The Gothic style is a lot better. And then also if I can get the additional bracing, that would be better because
If you can.
better structural support in the wind, as well as being able to string up my plants easier if I'm stringing anything up. And then irrigation, because you got to water a ton.
Yeah, you got to water a lot.
Well, if we get the gutters on the barn,
You got the key points for sure.
okay. I said if I have the gutters on the barn, I'd love to be able to utilize that water. Has been kind of my goal.
I gotta see if we're allowed to do that. Because we can put an overflow in. I mean, if we can, we definitely will. I just don't know if we're allowed to with that.
Oh, for you guys helping me to do it, or if I'll have to do that on my own later.
Yeah.
Hey, at least in Ohio, it's not illegal to collect rainwater. Hi, Willow.
She stays very still for the baby.
She's a good mama.
Looks just like her, but there's a star right here.
Oh, does he really?
It's very faint, but there is one. Hello.
Thank you.
He's all legs and ears.
Thank you.
Oh, look at you. Look at you. Mama.
Oh, baby.
I know, he's so cute.
Well, not every.
What's he do, bray and then roll?
No,
Oh.
he doesn't normally roll.
That's why he has mud on his eyeballs all the time.
Yeah, he says, a happy boy.
He headbutts the ground.
So I forgot to shoot video whenever we went and picked them up, but there's our two new little duck hens, both Muscovies. So they're more of a chocolate, so that way we have a little bit different variety of color. So hopefully, I actually found out they're not quite old enough to lay eggs. They're actually a little bit younger than the ones that I have currently. So hopefully we will be able to get some duck eggs either. I'm hoping maybe late winter we'll start getting them regularly from these girls. So after a very busy day, I still have to figure out what to make for dinner, but I got a lot done. Got to play with baby donkey and got to get some new ducks and learned a whole lot about the high tunnels and my options with that, with some assistance as long as we get the approval. No way that it's going to be possible financially unless we get this grant. It's paid per square footage, so the more add-ons that we do for and the upgrades that we do for the high tunnel will put more expense on us. So we're really going to have to sit down and talk about, you know, what we feel we can afford on our own in addition to what we would potentially get in assistance from a grant. And then fingers crossed we get approved and we get to make this happen. So we can start our market garden, which is definitely one of the goals that I've had for the farm, is that we can produce enough that excess in addition to what our own family needs, that it helps the farm support itself. Maybe not necessarily paying the mortgage and covering all the costs, but definitely helping us take care of the animals and their feed costs and all of those things to make it a little more self-sufficient. That's all we've got for today. Please, thanks for liking, and please like and subscribe. Y'all have a good one.